Live.
We are live. Are we live?
Yes. We're live.
Okay. I did not get a reaction, so I'm thinking like I'm the only one live. I hope you guys are all live. Okay, welcome to Happy Hour Cook Along with a Mediterranean Dish. How's everyone doing today?
Good. I'm good.
Say hello. Okay, I really want to not skip the part where people tell me where they're tuning in from, because I love to know where people are at any moment in time. We are cooking today. For those who are tuning in to cook, we are making my easy roasted tomato basil soup from themediterraneandish.com. So, recipes on themediterraneandish.com. It's very easy. It is vegan, but it is extra creamy. You won't even know that there's not heavy cream in it. I'm just saying. All right.
All right.
I'm going to hang out here for a moment.
Wait, are you hanging out there because you wanted everybody to see your pants?
Oh, yes.
They're very...
I did want everyone to see my pants, but also I'm very proud of myself. Let me tell you what. I got a head start if people looked at my stories and got my tomatoes and carrots, which are a secret ingredient in this recipe, all nicely roasted. So I'm just waiting for them to cool just a bit, and we'll pick up the recipe at that point. But yes.
Awesome.
I'll leave them here so people can see them a little bit more.
People already tuning in. They're saying they are where they're from. We got South Africa.
Nice.
We got California.
Cool.
Connecticut, Arkansas.
Welcome everybody. So it's another vegan meal here at the Mediterranean Dish. You know what? I had this conversation with somebody not too long ago. It is not hard to give up meat when you are eating the Mediterranean way. Would you guys agree?
Yeah, and I didn't think that I would feel that way until I started eating your food. So you proved me wrong.
See, there you go. Okay. Recipe starts with 3 pounds of Roma tomatoes and about 2 to 3 carrots that are cut up into large pieces. Tomatoes were halved. This whole party was tossed in extra virgin olive oil, salt, and pepper. It went in the oven at 450 degrees for 30 to 40-ish minutes. So if you've missed that part in my stories, you can go back and take a look at it. If you're just starting to cook with me, cut up your tomatoes, get them going in the oven, and we will pick this recipe up. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers. So you said you don't want to miss the part where we hear where everyone's from, right?
Yes.
So let's give some shout outs here. So we have a hello from Toronto, Canada.
Hello.
We have Ohio,
Is that
Nebraska.
my mom is in Toronto.
Oh, it
I don't
could
think
be.
she's on Insta.
She's not? Is she on Facebook?
I haven't seen her yet.
All right.
Well, we have Ohio, Nebraska. We have England, Maryland, Houston, Texas,
Nice.
Florida, Palm Coast, Tennessee, Silver Spring, Maryland,
Nice.
California, Staten Island,
welcome everybody.
New York City,
Woo.
They're everywhere.
Chicago,
I'm
Mexico.
gonna say these onions are very harsh. Adam already chopped them up.
I chopped these and I cried.
Yeah, so
And blew my nose.
We'll walk you guys through very simple ingredients for the tomato basil soup, which again, I repeat, vegan and gluten-free, okay? We have 3 pounds of Roma tomatoes, couple carrots. We have a couple large yellow onions right here. A few garlic cloves, not counting because we love garlic around here. We have some fresh thyme, and we have a lime or a lemon will work in this case, but please do not skip it. All right, and over here I have about a cup of crushed tomatoes from a can. Ask me why, Adam. Ask me
Why are there crushed tomatoes from a
why are
can?
there crushed tomatoes from a can in a roasted tomato soup recipe? Because these guys will add some richness and umami. Even though we have a lot of tomato umami going on here, but 2 different umamis. Don't ask me anymore, Adam.
Because one umami is just not enough.
It's not enough. All right, so and then we've got some garlic, which we're gonna chop up. as we wait for these guys to cool off just a little bit, we'll get the rest of this recipe going. I'm not using broth, but I'm using water. And then in terms of the seasonings, obviously basil right here is a big part of the flavor profile. I don't know why my basil doesn't look so great today, but that's my basil. And then we have sweet Spanish paprika and a hint of ground cumin. So very Mediterranean, Eastern Mediterranean at least, flavors in this recipe. Talk to me. Any questions?
Well, okay, so I'm just thinking this has to be one of our most diverse audiences to date. I mean, all over the world.
That's
we have
so cool. I love that.
Jamaica, Trinidad,
Nice.
more in Canada and Michigan, Bolivia, London. So
Oh,
this is
the
like
first time I hear from Bolivia. Welcome.
that's what I'm
guys.
saying. I think this was the first time that I've seen Bolivia on here. So this is like an amazing crew
Yeah.
of friends from all over the world.
I'm super excited. Well, take another look
Dominican
at the
Republic.
ingredients. If there are people who just joined us, will you just kind of show them what we have going on here with the tomatoes and the spices? And I'm just working on the garlic, allowing my tomatoes to cool.
Amsterdam.
I did not feel like it would be prudent for me to have you guys wait on me while I roasted my tomatoes. So I made sure that to do that part in advance. From here, you're gonna need a food processor of sorts and a large pot. And we're gonna go over and finish this party up.
All right. Do you want to know how committed your followers are? One
Sure.
of our friends is on vacation right now in Jamaica, but couldn't miss the cook along
Oh
and
my
tuned in.
gosh! You are so cool.
a
Welcome.
super fan.
I'm so glad. Tell us the name of the super fan.
Okay, it's Eden Sige or something. I don't know.
Okay,
Eden.
Eden, listen. Send me a DM. You will win a spice from the Mediterranean dish.
All right, that's awesome.
Just send us a DM so we can get some info so we can send you a spice from the Mediterranean dish.
If
Okay.
vacation wasn't getting good enough, you get a free spice.
You get a free spice. What? What?
Nothing. There.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're still listening, is she still listening?
Yes.
We assume your name is Eden. If that's true, say I.
All right, let's
All
see.
right.
We're good.
So, Susie, were the tomatoes and carrots roasted at a low heat, or was it?
No, so because this is one of those fast, quick roasts, so this is not a low and slow all day kind of roasted tomato. These guys were put in the oven at 450 degrees for about a half hour to 40 minutes. That's it. So super quick. And I'm just going in here with my knife and kind of taking care of the fresh thyme. And with that, that's probably all the prepping that I'm gonna need to do at the moment. And we're gonna go over here and cook this part. I think these guys have cooled. Yeah, they've cooled enough. All right, come with me.
Yes, it is Eden, and she's very excited.
You know, I've never given
Good.
away anything on a whim like this, but if you're on vacation and you're cooking with me or at least watching me, that's a big deal. Okay, we're gonna try it. We're gonna attempt to use this food processor. Okay.
I guess I should have prepared for you.
Yeah. That's all right. It's okay. We won't be mad at Saba. Okay, the tomatoes and carrots need to go in this food processor fitted with one of these guys, okay? That's what I have here, large food processor fitted with a blade. And we're gonna kind of pulse them now. At this moment in time, if you like your tomato soup to be very smooth, then go after it. If you want it chunky, you can control that over here. So, yeah, I'm just gonna transfer them in.
All right, so this is super interesting. So our friend from Trinidad says it's a rainy Independence Day in Trinidad today, and our national color is red, and you're making red soup. So
Yay!
Just for you.
That really kind of works for me. I kind of knew that. Yes, I was making sure that we celebrated together.
So our friend Sally is wondering what's the reason for the carrots. I guess surprised that they're in a tomato soup.
Well, no, honestly, I do think that the carrots provide a couple different things. First of all, for flavor, they do provide that sweetness without adding sugar. Some tomato soups or some tomato soup recipes out there will add a dash of sugar because people like their tomato soup to be a little bit on the sweeter side. I don't like that, so I just add my carrots, and because they're roasted and like beautifully collapsed and they're like charred like this, and that adds another kind of layer of depth and smokiness.
So if I remember correctly, you make a tomato sauce that also has carrots in it, right?
Yes, for the same reason.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm gonna remove these guys, put them here. So if you're at this point with me, make sure they're cool enough to handle. And you're gonna put them in here, and you're gonna add a little bit of water and pulse to your liking, or blend until it's very smooth. However you like your tomato soup.
Susie, do you keep the skin on the tomatoes?
Absolutely, yes. Yes, use every part of the tomato, why not? It's a God-given gift.
There you have it.
Okay, so I used Roma tomatoes, but any kind of tomato that you like will work here. I feel like any tomato is roastable, don't you think? All tomatoes are roastable. See that? You're looking for it to char and collapse and like get super soft. So
They look good.
that's what you're looking for. This is flavor. All right, moving into here. I'm trying not to make a mess because I like my pants and I don't want to get them dirty.
Entreprenista says, "Ooh, this sounds amazing for the fall."
It is.
I feel like I am ready for the fall. How about you?
Well, today's kind of gloomy, so it kind of feels
Today
like
It
is
kinda-
gloomy, so it does feel like fall here.
It
but
does. It feels like a good day for
This is
tomato
one
soup.
of my end of summer, early fall recipes because I want to still do it while tomatoes are in season. But the good news about roasting tomatoes is even if they're not in season, roasting will kind of like really transform them into like the most delicious, sweet, subtly smoky things. Anyway, we're gonna attempt to do this now.
All right. Shout out to our friend Cindy, who's going to make the recipe with us.
Hey, Cindy. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of water to help this situation. Tiny bit, so 2.5 cups of water in total is what I'm gonna use here with this party, but I only need a sip, basically, in here.
Our friend Charles says he's made this recipe 5 times and it's outstanding.
Wow! I think that looks respectable. I like mine to have a little bit of texture, you guys. So take a look here. Does that look good to you?
Yeah, that looks awesome. I agree on the texture thing.
But some people don't. So if that's not you, just keep going until you arrive at, whatever texture you prefer. So this is a little bit on the thicker side. And you can see, bits that are charred. And that is gorgeous flavor. So that's where we are at this moment in time. Now we're gonna actually cook this situation here.
All right.
Did you de-seed the tomatoes?
What?
Did you de-seed
No,
the tomatoes?
the whole tomato skin seed, everything went in the oven. All I did was just cut them in half, toss them in extra virgin olive oil with salt and pepper, and stick them in the oven at 450 degrees until they've collapsed nicely. That will take 30 to 40 minutes. And now, having already mixed them in here, we are about to transfer this party to our pot. All right.
Yeah, so Sally, there's your answer. Salt, pepper, and olive oil on the tomatoes before they went in the oven.
Now we're gonna add some more flavors because we're not done making flavor, guys. All right.
Unrelated cooking question. What's the color of the kitchen cabinet?
This is Cyberspace by Sherwin-Williams.
Okay.
Is that really what it's called?
Yes.
Cyberspace.
Yes.
I like that. All right, that's what cyberspace looks like, everybody.
All right, so we're gonna go in here with a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. I'm using Greek today, but if you're interested in all the olive oils, we have Greek, Spanish, Italian, Palestinian, and Greek again, and Italian. Did I say Italian?
I don't know.
Is there a different one? Or okay.
Well, I can show the guys. I can show you later, but they're all our own brand, and they're on the MediterraneanDish.com. All right, a good lug of extra virgin olive oil.
A good glug. That's what the glug looks like.
I don't know. I hear Jamie Oliver. Is Jamie watching today?
Probably.
I saw it, Jimmy.
I have heard Jamie Oliver use the word lug, and if you're from the same neck of the woods, tell me what the word lug means. But
So I thought you said glug, which
Glug?
is just like the sound that it makes when it comes out. Glug, glug, glug,
well,
glug,
that
glug.
may be. I may have totally misheard Jamie, and I'm like, what's a lug? This is like, not good. You gotta like tune in so you can tell what the people are saying.
We'll,
We're going
join
in
the party
and cooking our onions for a good bit of time here.
Ooh, Alexandra says they have the best olive oil in Portugal.
Ooh, that's nice. Well, we might have to consider
Yes.
doing a bit of that too.
Probably very similar to Spanish olive oil.
I'm going to shout out to Adam for chopping up the onions. Thank you, Adam.
Good job, Adam.
It was worth the tears.
We appreciate Adam here. These guys are on medium-ish high, a good 3 to 5 minutes. Like I said, I don't mind texture in my soup, but if you don't want it to be like chunky, you could grate the onions. You could pulse the onions in a separate one of these guys. What is this called again?
Food processor.
Food processor, and get them to be super tight.
So is that how you make it creamy? Someone's asking about a creamy version.
Yes. In fact, if you make it this way, you will note that it's already super creamy and thick. But yes, if you want it very smooth, you can do this and use a food processor later. You can grate the onions however you like. So,
You wouldn't put like a heavy cream.
no, I don't. This is an entirely vegan recipe.
Yeah, very good.
Vegan tomato basil soup. Okay?
Oh, we got a hi from Trinidad and Tobago.
Hello.
Awesome.
I'm going in with some garlic now.
Yeah, what's up, Terrell?
I think 4 to 5 garlic cloves is what I chopped up here. I wasn't really looking at the recipe, so if it says less, it's less, but
Rebecca, I think that's the answer to your question about the garlic. There you go. We love garlic too. A glug of olive oil.
yes, a glug.
Do you have an answer on
Yes.
this?
We have a glug. We have a glug.
Very commonly used term here in England. It's
Okay, it's an English term,
Yeah.
and it's a glug, people. I have been
Glug.
corrected. I apologize, dear Jamie, for misusing or butchering your,
it's okay.
what do you call that expression?
His slang language.
Slang, yes.
Well, I don't know.
Okay, garlic and onion party is looking great.
But it refers to like using it generously.
Yes, okay. We're gonna go in now with this stuff. Stand back moment.
All right.
Perfect.
Okay.
I love how many hearts I see come up on the screen every week whenever there's like a cooking action shot. It's like you start pouring in the tomatoes and then the hearts fly up the
See,
screen.
there you go. People want the food. People like the food. Okay, going in with my canned tomatoes. Listen, if you feel like you don't want to use the can, that's fine. But this really does add layers of flavor here. And now I'm thinking that these onions could be a little bit smaller, but you guys have to forgive Adam because I told him to chop him, and I should have say minced. I should say minced. Is minced different than chop? I think it is. Small chop.
I tried to ask how small.
For me, an onion lover, this is perfect. And I do like a little bit of texture, as I said. Now we're gonna go in with a little bit of water. Okay. Use as much or as little as you need. And then we're gonna add some more flavor makers. We're not done adding flavor. I don't know why people are surprised, but
You're almost never done.
we have talked about Flavor Town and Flavor Party over here.
Oh, yeah. I like this question. Susie, have you ever made olive oil ice cream?
Yes. Check out my, what do you call those little short things?
Yeah.
Reels. I showed a reel of olive oil ice cream. Actually, okay, I don't know. Does the question mean I actually use the olive oil to make the ice cream or as a topping to my ice cream? Two different things.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever had either.
This
Sounds good, though.
party is starting to bubble. I do put olive oil over my vanilla ice cream, and if you've not tried it, you're in for a treat. Check out my Instagram reels, and I show you how to do that. Okay. For the basil, which is another really big part of this, I say 2 ounces of basil, which is really a lot of basil, because, basil doesn't weigh much at all. I don't know why you guys are laughing at me with my basil bouquet.
It looks good. It'll be great.
Me on my basil bouquet. So I'm gonna go over here now. They're gonna have to come with me.
All right.
Sorry. We're gonna let this party bubble over medium lowish heat or whatever. Just let it simmer for a minute.
So here's a question. If somebody wanted like a really smooth soup, would you recommend pureeing at the end, like after it's all done?
You could use an immersion. Is that what you call it?
Yeah,
blender?
immersion blender.
Yes. You could use one of those. Be very careful if it's hot. You want to use a deeper pot if that is your goal, because you don't want it to splash all over you.
Hey, Susie, what kind of canned tomatoes did you use?
In terms of the brand,
Sure, I guess you could. Okay, was it diced?
well, these are
this is
crushed.
crushed.
Just crushed. Yeah.
Crushed canned tomatoes.
Yeah. Okay.
But you
Thank you
use
for
fresh
that.
tomatoes as well. Someone else is asking. about fresh
Yes,
tomatoes.
yes. The recipe is mainly fresh tomatoes that have been roasted before we started here. So I'm going in with the basil in just a minute. And yes, at the very end, if you don't want it to be thick or anything, you can go in and smooth it out with one of those stand blenders. Okay, I've got basil and I've got fresh thyme, and both of those are going in. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything, because there's a lot of flavor here, you guys.
The basil smells so good.
It does. My bouquet of basil. All right. Yes, and then we have paprika and cumin, so we're gonna go back and add those guys. Oh, and dry oregano. Okay. Yeah. Let's do it. Come on. All right, here you go.
There he goes.
There's the basil, a little bit more basil and fresh thyme right here. Okay, I'm not measuring, but you want yourself 1 teaspoon of dried oregano, half a teaspoon each, sweet paprika and cumin. Nobody likes to measure around here, so. But it has been measured for you, so you should really truly follow what I wrote. Half a teaspoon of cumin. We learned a new word today, glug.
Glug.
It's a glug, guys, a glug. Okay. This is pretty much the recipe. We're gonna just stir it. We're gonna give it some love. Some love, there you go. I sprinkled in some love. But I wish you guys could smell this. I don't know when the smell button will arrive to Facebook and Instagram, but I wish you all could smell this, because it's really good.
Smell button. Such a great
Smell
idea.
button. someone will come up with that, but I just want everyone to know that I came up with the idea. So
It's on record.
it's now on record.
I mean, they've already got scratch and sniff.
Oh, they do? I did not know that.
Yeah, like scratch and sniff, like coloring books and stuff.
I
Christy
know. Well,
knows?
some mom probably came up with that idea because her kids wanted to sniff. So, she wants to make that happen.
I feel like I should apologize for bringing up scratch and sniff.
Yes, I think you should because I feel like that might go wrong. That's one of those comments that could go very wrong.
I tend to make those from time to time.
Yeah. All right.
Melinda says smell-o-vision.
Yes, Oh, now that you should coin.
Smell-o-vision.
Yes, you should coin that. Okay, you guys. From here, really the last and final tidbit we don't want to waste this basil. Come on. Don't want to waste that. Okay. From here, really just allow this party to simmer together a little bit so that the flavors will, marry. I like the word marry for flavors, right? Nobody's with me. Just talking to myself.
I'm with you. Marrying the
Talking to
flavors.
myself.
Makes a ton
A
of sense.
splash of lime. I like a nice large splash of lime juice because the acid from this stuff, you won't know when you're missing it, but once you try it, you will know the difference. It's not going to be the same ever again. So
I feel like citrus always makes things better.
it does. So in my opinion, you should really try it. So
Hey, you already put the carrots in, right? Somebody's asking when you put the
yeah,
carrots
the
on.
carrots were already roasted with the tomatoes early on. I'm just gonna quickly rinse my board.
Yeah, you just got a shout out for how they love how you clean when you cook.
Oh, thank you. I'm not very good at it yet, but I'm working on that. Usually someone is helpful enough to help me clean. But both people are now holding cameras. So
I'll clean for food.
not really working for me.
Susie, what are you drinking today?
I am, what am I drinking? Well, it appears as though I have some tomato
Some
on my
tomato
drink.
on your wine.
I think this is just a benign sparkling wine.
Okay.
Benign wine.
Benign wine. I've never heard of that
It's
before.
not a brand. It's just the fact that it's wine. It's like benign, Okay, shut up, Adam. You're asking too many questions.
Sorry.
All right. Okay, we're gonna keep things clean here so people know. So the spices or the, whatever I used in here to make flavor: oregano, paprika, and a hint of cumin, which is, I would say cumin is like a little flowery, fragrant. Is it flowery? I don't know.
Sure.
Warm.
Why not?
It has a lot of warmth in it. And then the oregano is like bam. Oregano. Everybody knows.
There's your emerald. Bam.
I know. Have you got? Well, I haven't watched him in a long time. Is he still on?
I don't know. I remember seeing him when I was a little kid all the time.
I loved him. I
Bam.
wish he would come back. Okay, guys. I think this party is looking great. Come here. Let's take a nice look. See that? Deliciousness. And really, like, the onions have collapsed because they have cooked quite a bit down. And then I'm gonna add my splash of lime juice, which is gonna wake everything up and totally enhance the flavor. It will even everything out, is what this splash of lemon will do. Don't believe me? Try it yourself.
It smells awesome.
So there we go. And I'm probably gonna do a pinch more salt and pepper. Kosher salt and black pepper. Any questions so far?
Yeah, so Lisa wants to know if this recipe will be posted.
Yes. The recipe is already posted on the MediterraneanDish.com. When you go to the MediterraneanDish.com, you'll find a search box that's very handy. Type in roasted tomato soup and it should pop up for you.
And we'll also in Facebook.
We'll add the
include a
link. Yeah.
And we'll post this after the video is finished.
Yeah, we try to make the video available, but sometimes we do run into trouble, some technical issues. So sometimes that's not possible. There it is. Totally ready.
That looks great.
Is it time for a taste?
Yes.
You got, oh, bread. I am serving it with bread, in case anybody wondered. That the people over at Whole Foods did a great job baking this Italian bread.
That's a good looking loaf of bread.
I feel like it goes with my pants.
Okay.
Nice pants, by the way.
Well, so
Those are nice pants.
these are one of those that you can wear to the grocery store.
Yeah.
And, I use this pocket for lemons and then this one here for apples. And it's like very, very handy. See that?
After you bought them, right?
After I bought them, of course, yeah.
Lemons and apples just
Yeah.
hanging down by your ankles.
Tucking my groceries in. Yeah, no, the pants are Johnny Was. And I will link in my stories for anybody who's interested. I love
Those are cool pants.
I love everything they do. Okay. From 2 years ago though, but I think we probably have some sort of another version of this. I'm gonna try to find a bowl. Are you guys still with me? You wanna see the final product, right? A bowl?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, well, you wanna come here?
Oh,
Somebody
back.
chewed this.
Ooh, that got melted.
I think it got melted, but I might have chewed on it. All right, there he is. Are you with us, Saba? Come on, bud.
Coming.
Okay, roasted tomato, basil soup over on the MediterraneanDish.com. And like I said, if you do need it a little bit smoother, go in with one of those stand blenders and step away so it doesn't splash all over you. For me, I'm gonna add a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil, but that's just me. This is the early harvest, also from the Mediterranean Dish.
Oh, the drizzle looks so cool.
Check that out. I mean, we're not playing, you guys. Okay, I gotta get a spoon to try this party.
All right, Anusha, good morning from New Zealand. Finally managed to join the live. Welcome.
Well, welcome. Ooh, I think it's hot,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
but it smells so good, you guys. Okay. Any thoughts or questions?
Hot.
It's hot, but it's so good.
Did you burn your tongue?
It's so good. It's good. It's just really hot,
I
guys.
feel like soups you can't really do taste tests.
Yeah, I really want to tell you that it's good and it's edible.
Yeah.
So, you
That's-
can
yeah.
probably find that out yourself by trying it because I don't want to burn my tongue anymore. But I'll take any final questions or comments.
Well, we have another shout out from Switzerland and another one from Paris, France.
Oh! What's the word for glug in Paris, France? Do they have a word for it? I feel like the French would never use the word glug. Do they?
Yeah, it doesn't
Or
sound very French,
drizzle,
does it?
Drizzle? What's the word in French?
Well, they have their own language there, I think.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. I have been to Paris, and I loved it there. So, all right. My friends over at Facebook doing okay.
Everybody's doing good.
All right, you guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed my roasted tomato soup. Grab the recipe on the MediterraneanDish.com. The spices and the olive oils I used are also via the MediterraneanDish.com. Hit the shop tab when you get there. And my friend Eden, who was watching from vacation somewhere,
Yeah, in
Hawaii or
no, Jamaica.
someplace I'd like to be, Jamaica. You won yourself a Mediterranean dish spice. We can decide that later, but I'll send it to you on me for tuning in on your vacation. And that's it. I will see you next Tuesday at 5 p.m. Eastern for Happy Hour Cook Along. Ciao.